Hi students, how are you? I hope each one among you are doing great and well. Welcome to Supnits classes. This is Rahmat Latif and today we are going to learn another part of this living world, that is taxonomical aids. In earlier video, I already told you what taxonomical aids mean. Taxonomical aids simply means those aids which helps us to get information or to get information about organisms, or we get information how can we characterize, how can we do characterization, how can we do classification of organisms, that we all can do through taxonomical aids. Okay, we saw one aid, taxonomical aid, in that is herbarium. Herbarium simply means when we preserve plant specimens. So herbarium is nothing but a storehouse of collected plants, and we just use that herbarium as quick referral system for our taxonomical studies. Okay, moreover, on that herbarium, what we do, we just bring the plant, we just dry that, we just preserve that, we just press that on sheet, and finally we preserve that. Okay, finally what we saw in those herbarium, what we saw basically, we just simply saw that we can use herbarium as a quick referral system. Moreover, on that sheet on which we preserve our specimen plant, okay, what we can do, we can add collector's name, one who collects the specimen. We can add the name of biological name of that plant. We can add local name of that plant. We can add family of that plant. We can add which family that plant belongs from, and in last we can add collector's name, one who collects that specimen. Okay, now we will, in this video we will see some more taxonomical aids which helps us in classifying, or in order to get more information of that organisms. First one is botanical gardens. We usually see botanical gardens, right? We just went in botanical gardens. What are these botanical gardens? These botanical gardens have plants for reference, or for in order to get information. But which plants? Not preserved plants. These gardens include living plants for reference. Okay, these gardens have collections of living plants for reference. And why just we just keep these plant species in gardens? Why they are grown there? They are grown for identification purpose. They are grown for study purposes. Okay, in order to get information, more and more information about that plants, those plants. Okay, what we do, we just label its botanical or scientific name and its family. And you might have heard about that famous botanical gardens are at Kew, England. Okay. Moreover, we have Indian Botanical Garden at Howrah, Kolkata. Okay. And one we have National Botanical Research Institute, Lucknow, India. Okay, it's India here. Sorry. Please don't get confused in Indian Botanical Garden and National Botanical Research Institute. In Howrah, we have Indian Botanical Garden. And in Lucknow, we have National Botanical Research Institute. Okay, please remember the difference. Then, what's the difference between herbarium and botanical garden? This is herbarium and this is botanical garden. In herbarium, we just put which plants? Preserved plants. We just put preserved plants as specimens. Okay. And here botanical gardens, what we do basically, in botanical gardens, we just simply grow living plants. not preserved plants. Okay, please remember the difference, learn the difference. We just keep living plants there, not preserved plants. Okay, moreover, herbarium is the quick referral system, as I already mentioned in all taxonomical studies. Herbarium is the quick referral system. Moreover, on that sheet on which we just bring the plant, we just dry the plant, we just preserve the plant, and we just press the plant, and then we preserve the plant. On that sheet of herbarium, we add what? We add botanical name of the plant, we just add local name, we just add collector's name, and we just add family of the plant. Okay, and what about botanical gardens? In botanical gardens, we just grow these plants in order to get information, in order to study from those plants. We just add collector's name, name, local name. Okay, these are added on botanical name, scientific name, and family name. Collector's name is not necessary in botanical garden. Okay, but here in herbarium, collector's name is really very necessary. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. Moreover, botanical garden is where it's located in Howrah, India. Indian Botanical Garden. We have Kiv. Okay, famous botanical garden that's at Kew, England, and in as Indian Botanical Garden, Howrah, India. And we have one research institute in our India, namely National Botanical Research Institute. I mean, famous National Botanical Research Institute that is located in Lucknow, India. Okay, I hope this concept of botanical garden is clear. Now we will see museums. Okay, what what do we mean by museum? You might have went with school for tour, educational tour. Okay, so biological museums are generally set up for educational institutes, or some institutes have museums in their own educational institutes, like in schools, in college. Okay, but please remember, museums have preserved plants and animal specimens. Don't get confused. Herbarium only have preserved plants. Botanical garden have, as the garden suggests the name, that by garden we just came across that garden. In garden we have plants, so we can say that in botanical gardens we have living plants. But here in museum, what we have, we just preserve plants and we preserve animal specimens also. Okay, we just preserve plants and we preserve animal specimens also there. Where? In museum. Okay, in museum we preserve plants and we preserve animal specimens. This is the difference. Museum includes both. Okay, the specimens which we have in museums, they are in containers. Specimens, we keep those specimens in containers. Okay, we put these specimens in containers along with preservative solution. Okay, along with preservative solution, these specimens are they are preserved in containers along with preservative solutions. Okay, how are insects preserved in museums? They are put in insect boxes after collecting them. Then we kill them and then we pin them like this. We just put box like this and we put insect in that along with the pin, so that the insect won't displace. No doubt that the insect is dead, but if we will if we will move our that insect box from here to there, that can get displaced. That's why we put pin in that. Okay, pin on that, we just do pinning. Okay, You know, we have some larger animals, like you might have seen in museums. We have larger birds, we have larger mammals. How they are preserved? We just put out all the internal organs almost from that organism, that mammal or that bird. Then we just stuff that with any other, any other stuff. We just do stuffing in that, and then we preserve them. Okay. Museums have collections of skeletons of animals too. Okay, you might have seen that museums also include plant specimens, animal specimens, insects. I already told you insects are preserved. How? First of all, we just collect the insect, we just kill that insect, and then we just pin that insect in the insect box. Okay, how animals like larger animals like birds and mammals are preserved? They are usually stuffed and then preserved. Finally, in museums, please remember, don't get confused if you will get any kind of MCQ related to this. Which one of this includes skeletons of animals too? It's that taxonomical aid is museum which contains skeleton of animals, okay? And this usually came as 4 points MCQ. Okay, you can easily gather these 4 points, but you have to remember it's only museums which include skeleton of animals skeleton. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. Now we have zoological parks. Which parks? Zoological parks. And these are those parks where wild animals are kept, not domestic animals. We can put domestic animals in our houses as well. But zoological parks are for which purpose? In order to kept the wild animals under protected environment. Okay, why just we kept them under environment, under human care? In order to get information regarding them, which kind of information, what kind of food they are consuming, what kind of behavior they have, what kind of habits they have. Okay, but please remember, these animals are not, they aren't put into the zoological park and then we don't ask them. We just went there in order to keep eye on them, in order to learn their behavior, in order to learn their food habits, in order to learn their so many informations. Okay, so we can say that the animals which are in zoo are under human care. Okay, sorry, it's not like we just put them in zoological parks, that's it. No, we have to keep proper care of them. Okay, and moreover, these animals in zoos are provided which conditions? They are provided conditions similar to their natural habitats. Okay, and we all also know that we just love to went to zoological parks. They are also known as zoos, in order to get in order to come across the wild animals, in order to see them, in order to click pictures, right? Very nice. But for what purpose we have zoological parks? We only have zoological parks in order to learn the information, in order to gather the information or study about the animals. Okay, I hope this concept of zoological park is clear. Now we have key. Key is, key is a taxonomical aid which is used for identification of plants and animals. The characteristics are based on opposite pairs, and the pair is known as couplet. Okay, and the pair is known as couplet. Key is a taxonomical aid for what purpose? For plants and animals based on similarity and dissimilarity. Okay, so in order to do differentiation between the two, we just have two characters in pair. Okay, this pair is known as couplet. Okay, in these we have to choose one, like in our Neet examination in MCQs we have to choose one only. Similarly, in key we have couplet, we have a pair of characteristics. Okay, generally contrasting characters. So we have this couplet, and in this couplet we have to choose only one option among both of them. Okay, and each statement, so we can say we have two statements in key. and that is known as couplet. Two statements in key, that is known as couplet, and each statement is known as what? Each statement is known as, yes, great. Each statement is known as, we have two statements in a pair called as couplet, and each statement in key, sorry, is known as lead. Okay. I hope this concept of key is clear. Okay, and keys are generally analytical in nature. It's not like practical. You will be given two options. Which one is for animals? Animals has four legs. First option would be they have four legs. Another option would be they have leaves. So you have to choose one of them. Okay, so we know animals have four legs. We will choose that one. And this pair of contrasting characters is known as statement, and the pair is known as couplet, and we have to choose any one of them. That's why we call it as lead. Okay, I hope this concept of key is clear. We will learn some more taxonomical aids, like we have flora. Okay, flora is nothing but habitat, distribution, and index of plants of given area. Flora is not of big area. It will be given you a particular area, and you have to learn what's the habitat of that plant, what's the distribution of that plant. Okay, flora is nothing. You will be given a particular area, and you have to learn the habitat of that plant. You have to learn about that plant. Okay, but of a given area. Okay, not of whole area, of given area. Then we have manuals. In manuals, you have to identify names of species. Okay. In manuals, what you have to do identification of names of species. Again, that is found in particular area. Then we have monographs. Monograph is, mono means one. That means in monographs we have simply information of any of one taxon, okay, of any about one taxon. Then we have catalogs. Catalog is nothing but alphabetical arrangement of, they are catalog is like register. Catalog is like register. Catalog is like register in which we do alphabetical arrangement. Okay, alphabetical arrangement of species, so that whenever we want to learn anything about any of the species, we will just go through the alphabetical arrangement. Okay, I hope this concept of flora, manuals, monographs, and catalog is clear. I'm again saying herbarium just includes preserved plant specimens, and talking about botanical gardens, they include live living plants. Then we have zoological parks, those include living organisms, wild animals, okay. Then we have museums, it includes preserved plant specimens, animal specimens, insects, and skeletons of animals too. Then we have key. In key, we are given two statements in a pair, that is known as couplet, and we have to choose any one among them, okay. And each statement in couplet is known as, or in key is known as lead. Okay, then we have flora, we have manuals, we have monographs, we have catalogs. Flora is about a given area, and manual is also about given area. In manual, we have to do identification of names of species. In flora, we have to do distribution, habit. We have to learn habitat, distribute. We have to learn habitat, and then we have to distribute plants accordingly. Then we have monographs. Monograph is information on any one of taxon. Then we have catalogs. In catalog, it's like a register in which we do alphabetical arrangement of species. Okay. I hope this concept of living world is crystal clear. We'll meet you in any other such session. Till then, goodbye. Take care. Thank you. Thank you so much.